see. Now I don't have anything in area 2. I have to do it over. No, don't start. Reset. I should do something else for. Okay. All right. Let's get back to stage 2 here. Da, 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 da. Let's walk by all these guys. What did I set up myself? I do think your positioning changes. So I think that was 1 pixel over, did about the same. I like that setup, I think, for a standard. This one, I don't know. I kind of feel like I need to time this tank. I don't know if this one's faster. I feel like I need to be... Maybe I'm just crazy to try to redo any of this setups. I feel like that one hits them both at the same time quicker. Even though it's only 1 pixel over. Not quite. Not quite on that one. Better at getting this up. I don't think it matters if it's 1 or 2 pixels. This one might be too far off. Yeah. It's too far off from that one. So, either the normal, or maybe here. I'm curious about distance. Like if we're a pixel forward, so... I mean, if we're on that pixel, we're closer. So I think that might be a little quicker. Closer is probably better. I can't quite get the pixel I want to try. Nope. So if I'm there with it, that's that one. So I need to be... Still didn't get it. I feel like it's harder to get the 1 pixel I want. No, too far. So I don't know if I can be 1 pixel higher or if that's death to me. There we go. Yep, that's death. So we have to be at least to there. That's as high as you can be. So, in this one, timing-wise, I have to time my shots correctly to get it to work the way I want. I think that's ideal. Or do I have another one I can save this on? This tank's a little different. We'll just go there. I think I was not quite here, but so that time it seemed long. I think there's where I was trying before. That's different. So now it's doing it where the one blows up before the other one. That feels slower though. I still wonder. Not quite. Maybe if I start... Nope. I'm kind of curious if it's like just slightly faster, but not, it's probably not. You got a little give. I don't have to go back and forth so much. If you can stop on an angle. Wait. Does that feel faster? I don't know. That one wasn't. Aye. I think that was a little quacker. I think that's going to be slower. Unless you're like able to angle it and hit both of them. I think you're just better off going straight down, taking care of them. It's easier that way. I think there's a possibility of it being slightly faster. There's some kind of possibility there, I think, but nothing consistent. What if it's just... There's something with just... Yep. I think that's slower. It just seems, I don't know, it feels long. I need to time these. I should just record a couple different methods and then time them and see if there's a change in what actually happens. I don't know. I should record like those three methods and just see what happens. Let's do it for fun. For funsies. Okay, start recording. Okay. On the first 2 pixels there. Okay. Normal. Split the pixels, right? Yep. I should try shooting at the same time. Now, whatever this is. That was not good. Let's try that one more time. All right. What is that called? Av. Open. That one. Okay, it's not working there, so let's just do that. Let's just close this for now. All right. So, okay, start recording. When do we start the actual timer? Okay. On the first 2 pixels there. When the tank stops. So we'll say there. And we should have when both of the tanks, both of them explode. So that one. So toe on 2 pixels is what? 2.234. Okay. Normal. Same thing, wait for tank to get to the 1 pixel it stops. There. Okay. So that should be the out. Did we mess up our input? .250. It's not a big difference, but it is a difference. The big thing, I think, when you start shooting is one of the keys. So we'll get that. This is split the difference here. Split the pixels, right? Yep. So I think it just didn't quite hit them at the same time. Why is it doing that? Am I hitting B instead? No. This one says it's 1.8. That one says it's a lot quicker. By like almost a half a second. Sideswipe. What do we have going on here? I'm testing where I'm standing for this third tank to see how to save some time. And so far on a certain pixel I've been standing on, it was like a half a second quicker, almost like 0.4 milliseconds quicker, or whatever you want to call it. I don't know. But it's not. It's perfect. It's not perfect. I'll have to do this test again. This tank always seems long to me, and I feel like it shouldn't take that long. I should try shooting at the same time. Now, whatever this is. I think I did this one wrong, so we'll see. Oh. I have to test this one a couple times. Yeah, that was way bad. I swear that I am not hitting B when I hit A. This one says it's slightly quicker. than the other methods. So done right, that might not good. Be a decent time. Maybe it's because I'm hitting A at the wrong time and doesn't register it. Yeah, it sets an out point because... Can I clear my... Reset markers. There we go. So what is that? Control home. Just trying different methods to see if there's something that it can be quicker. Yeah, that was a quicker one. That was a 1.984. A doesn't do anything. No, I was talking about I'm hitting the A input for the editor here to mark the point A to time it, and it's not registering that. Did I do this one more time? Nope. Okay, so back and forth is that. So I'm going to try to do this test one more time. We'll see if it makes a difference. Like this is, I don't know. Like, is it really worth it for me to do this? I don't know. But if I could save a half a second here, or even a quarter a second, is it worth it? Okay, so I'm recording. Do normal first this time. Try time at the same time I do my other ones. Because I feel like that was long. And longer than my other one was. I think the timing was off on that one. But split the difference. That one felt quicker. Double up the pixels. That's a little farther away. And now for the crazy back and forth. I don't think... I didn't get that one. Okay, you can still see it. Let me try that one more. I feel like that one's not a good... Alright. Stop recording. So in my secondary test here, where's my... I gotta clear this out. I should have put it on the right window, would have been nice. Do normal first this time. Try time at the same time I do my other ones. Should do it when the treads stop or something, but... Okay, there's A... There's the second explosion there. It's 2.25. So that's like exactly the same as I did it before the other time. So on the normal, maybe the normal pixel is just consistent to start from the right. I thought of that too, of just going from the right. I'll test that next. Just going from the right and then killing the left, like one at a time kind of thing. Right? I did one, but I didn't record it, and it seemed sort of about the same in a way. Because I feel like that was long. And longer than my other one was. I think the timing was off on that one. But split the difference. Okay, so this is the split. Let me clear my markers. That should be the end point. Out point. That's 1 point. That's almost exactly the same. Test all scientists. That I feel like that's what this is. It's not TAS scientific. It's human error scientific. But so far, splitting your foot pixel on that pixel has been the fastest. That one felt quicker. Even though one, I like, and this is another reason I did the angle thing for the second tank. Is I felt like if you destroyed one real quick, you could destroy the other one slightly quicker. Like it takes more of the damage than hitting them both at once. If they both explode at the same time, it seems like they have to take a little bit more damage before they do. And I don't know. I just felt like for some reason that was the case, but I feel like I'm crazy. Trying to prove myself not crazy is right at what I'm doing. That's a little farther away. There's the second explosion. 2.16. So that was split toe on 2 pixels, yeah. Now, that time was slightly faster than the other one. So not as close as the first two. It's just 1/10 of a second faster this time around than it was my other time. I wonder if the damage is being split between them and there's maybe a rounding error in the game. I mean, I don't know. It could be. That's true. Like, I'm not a code guy either, but that could be something to ask Mr. K or whatever. And that's why I wondered too, is like, well, if, destroying one of them seems to destroy the other one quicker, what if direct hits do more damage? So if you angle back and forth, would they take more of the initial hit or something and the explosion hit on one shot as opposed to splitting the difference between the two the entire time? Like you're almost like hitting them as like almost as quickly, but maybe some of the shots are doing more damage directly to one of them. And now for the crazy back and forth. This one was off. This one was a bad run of... So that the back and forth, to me, seems like it could be done wrong. There's less consistency to it. So it's not something I would say I want to ideally do in a run. I think splitting my toe on the pixel is more consistent and seems to be the fastest. This one was 2.3 for a bad run of it, which almost matches the normal method. I didn't get that one. Okay, you can still see it. Let me try that one more. I feel like that one's not. I think it's just supposed to be like one, like when you watch the code or whatever, and you're seeing the damage, the hits will do 1 when you hit it with the explosion, and then I think they do another damage of 1 when they take. So my guess is, basically you're shooting forward, but you're hitting it only with the spread or whatever, the secondary shot of it. If you're shooting at an angle, every once in a while you're hitting with the main shot that does 1 damage and the split shot that does another damage. Now, I don't know if like back and forth will sometimes hit both with the explosion, and then you're also hitting 1 every once in a while hitting one of those extra shots to it, if that makes sense. Okay, so it's clear in and outs. In. I think that's the, so that's 2. So that time, I mean, so doing the back and forth can be quicker, but it's also not consistent. We are doing side to side. We are side to side comparison right now. That's what we're doing. We'll try this other method here too, but so far, to be consistent and be faster, splitting your foot on the pixel, and I'll show you what pixel I mean when I split my pixel here, seems to be the fastest and still seems consistent. So we're going to do another one and record it to see if we get the same number. I'll try to do my same setup for it, see if we get the same timing on it a third time, as well as attacking one of them at a time from the right to left. So we'll try that. But I just feel like some of these setups are, I don't know the coding too well, but when I was TASing and trying to get the computer to TAS it and see what's the fastest I can do on this, and I was like moved over 1 pixel, started the shot slightly earlier, and then it seemed to speed it up by a couple frames. But the problem is, once we took that same timing or that same pixel and put it into a run or put it on another TAS, it didn't work the same. So sometimes I think there is something with it being slightly off in each run that you want to make sure it's consistent in every run you do when you reset the game and go, because sometimes standing in another pixel doesn't work in another run of the game. And that's why I was like, well, maybe it's when you start shooting is more important than the pixel you stand on. Because it could, I don't know if the tank just stops at a different frame or something. I don't know. But when we did it in the TAS, we're like, we stand here and it got the best time, and then we go back and try to do it and run. And we're like, I don't know if I'm getting the best time. It doesn't feel right. So I might have to reset the game and time it again just to see if, I don't know. This game is so weird. All right. So we're going to start recording. There is some sub-pixel shenanigans going on. It very well could be. So we're going to do the split pixel thing. There. Wait for that to go there, and then go, and then shoot. Okay, there's that. It still felt somewhat fast. And now we're going to go from the right, and I think, I forgot, right about here. And that's that. That was quick. I feel like that was quick either way. I think the first one did beat it, but I wouldn't be surprised if just attacking it from the right beats the normal method. I wouldn't be surprised if that does. I should have done it a couple times, but. Let's open the one we just did. So I'm hoping, so we're going to start recording. This one matches. There is some sub-pixel shenanigans going on. It very well could be. The right seemed longer than the left. Thing. I might have started shooting before it was vulnerable. You know, because you start shooting and you have to wait till it becomes vulnerable. And it might seem like I'm hitting it, but it could not be taking damage. There. Wait for that to go there, and then we go. Shoot. This is very consistent, I think. That was actually faster than my other ones. So my third timing was 1.8 seconds flat. Yep. While the other ones are like 2.0 or 2.2. This one's 1.8. So I really do think splitting your toe, okay, there's that, on the one pixel that's right there, somewhat fast, is the fastest method, at least on this run right now, and we'll have to try it on a different run. Right about here. So I think that's the reset markers. Hit A. So that should be the explosion. 2.5. So that's longer. It was, at least, yeah. At least this time was longer. It was 2.5 seconds. 2.567. So from the normal method, it's about 1/4 of a second slower. Hey, that's right. There is something, like, it's weird how you can feel that something's faster or slower by 1/10 of a second. It's really weird. You're like, I just feel like this is quicker this way. And I've been doing a lot with this game. Like, I don't always do it, but in this game, I always get this feeling that's one way is quicker or not. So to kind of show the setup that I'm doing right now, so basically, I put my toe on this line, but I'm splitting these 2 pixels on my front toe with this line right here. And so I'll step forward right there, and there'll be a pixel underneath here, but this is the white. And then I wait for, I'm trying something new, and I should test to see if there's a quickness to my timing of the shots. I mean, should we keep doing some testing here, just at least for one more? In every game, maybe that's because I'm using driving the cars with the highest XL, or the guns that fire quickly. Yeah. I mean, you find ways of getting faster. Let's try this method again with just different timings on the shot a little bit. Just to see if it changes the time. So we're going to set it up normally. There it is. I'm going to wait and just start shooting from above here. I felt like the right was quicker, but the left was a little slower. And now we're going to try my other method again. So I wait for that to hit a certain line, then I start going, and then once I hear the noise the tank makes, I start shooting. Once I hear the tank go, boom, as soon as I hear that sound, I start shooting. Just to see, I'm just trying to find things to stay consistent. I forgot to change my screen again, but... Let me pause that so I don't have that in the background. I printed a dwarf fighter earlier, except his shield didn't print properly. It almost looks like he was fighting an acid creature. That could be cool, too. That could be neat, too. Alright. I'm going to wait and just start shooting from above here. So this is that was my normal method of shooting before. Right there. B. So that time was longer. That time came to pretty much the same as the other ones. So just starting to shoot from above was a 2-second kill. So 2.016. At least a quarter of his shield didn't print. I felt like the right was quicker, but the left was a little slower. And now we're going to try my other method again. So I wait for that to hit a certain line, then I start going, and then I... So that's A. Once I hear the noise the tank makes... 1.8. So the timing of the shots matter. So once the tank gets past enough, I start heading forward. Once I hear the tank go bong or whatever makes that noise, that's when I start my shots, and that saves me 0.2 seconds. .2 seconds right there. All my testing going on here. I don't know if I really want to do this on all my other tanks in 2. Never laid on the hit box opening, yeah. But I mean, like that's what I mean. The timing of the shot doesn't matter because when the hitbox, what is there, an 8-second, 8-frame gap between shots? So if you hit right before it opens, you have 8 frames before the next bullet's going to hit. And I mean, that's, what's that, 1/8 of a second, you know, which is pretty close to that. Sent you my melted shield dwarf. Do we want... Hello, Volt. How's it going? How are you today? 8 frames equals 1.25 seconds. Yeah. So we're getting a 0.2 second lead on just timing the shots correctly. So that, I mean, that's good. Do we want to do this on any of the other tanks? Because I don't know if I want to. I kind of want to do it to mid-boss. I don't know. I feel like sometimes I'm being too picky about this. But, I mean, I've been trying to see if we can cut this time down closer to 11:15 or whatever, but correction, 1.33, yeah. No, it should be 1.25, right? When theory crafting, our brains always go over every detail. Let's see. Which tank do I have? Oh, I just saved it. I just saved it over my thing. I can't go back now. I have to go through the first entire level to get to where I want. 8/60. Yeah, but I mean... Yeah, I was miscalculating it, correct. I was miscalculating. Not good at math. So, yeah, you're skipping 8 frames. Not 64, yeah. So 64 was 133. Yeah, because it was I can't remember how it was coming up to that with that number, but it's just, you know, 8 frames. I was looking at 8 frames as close to half of 15 frames. So, you know, and 15 frames is a quarter of a second. So a quarter of a second, split that in half, then you're about 1.25. But I'm just estimating. You know, but it's not perfect. It's not 7.5 frames. It's 8 frames. We have to go back and make our new save here because I messed up my save. Actually, I think... No, let me do this. I lose my F then, though. Yeah, I wouldn't have my F. I started making a tutorial for this, and the problem I had with it was I got to stage 2, and I kept questioning which pixel to stand on. So it's like, how can I give a tutorial about where to stand on stage 2 when I don't even know what's really the best for people to do? You know, the best and most consistent thing for people to do. Minus F8, how's it going? How are you doing? Thanks for stopping in. We're doing a lot of testing on Operation C, and I messed up my save, so I have to get back to stage 2. I guess I'm really just testing out stage 2 and the tank fights that are in there. Make a quick save, just in case I die. Because I started doing a tutorial for Operation C, and then I started questioning my ability of like where to stand. It's like I want to give people the most consistent time saves or most consistent thing to do on these tanks, but if I question where to stand, then I don't think I don't think I'm giving a good tutorial. No, no, but I mean, like you say it anyway. It's like I'll just stand here and then, you know, go in and shoot, and you'll get a good time. And I feel like, well, why tell them to stand on the wrong pixel when you can tell them to stand on the right pixel from the very beginning? And be like, oh, now that you're going for like higher times, let me tell you the correct pixel to stand on. It's like, no, it's just buy and hang for a bit. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. Thanks for doing that. Which one's safe? That one's safe. The efficiency behind it, yeah. Alright, we're gonna clear some of these guys out, just so I can make a save. We're gonna wait, make a save here. So now for this one, my question was, which pixel do I stand on, as far as right or left? It's not a big deal. I don't think this tank matters as much. I don't think this, but it could. So we're going to try to do it normally. As I can line it up. Okay, so there's that one. Now I feel like I want to move over 1 pixel this way, so I'm not in the right place. I want to make sure to be on the same line though. There. And we're gonna do the same thing, but 1 pixel forward. This one's pretty close to standard, I think. I was kind of questioning whether or not being a pixel forward will get more of the spread shot. I think it's supposed to be there. You know, if you're closer up, does it hit more? If you're back, does the spread just get a little wider and hit the correct hitbox? I don't know. We'll do the same thing. You know, now I question the timing-wise. So I'm doing my... No, that's wrong. I'm doing my shot just a little bit later. But I'm not going to do all of them. That was okay. We'll test those. We'll test those. We'll pause this, I think. I don't think I'm going to do an extensive test on this, but on this tank. This tank, I feel like, is pretty consistent. Suppose I should just leave this open. All right, let's see here. So we'll say normal. Now, when's the tank stop? Because it doesn't become vulnerable until it stops, I believe. So there's 1, 2. That should be out. So that's 2.28. Let's see. So I have 1 pixel over, so pixel on toe. There's the endpoint. There's the out point. 2.25. So, I mean, like, it is quicker, but they're almost exactly the same here. So now we come a pixel forward. Yep, so I'm a pixel forward on this. So normal, 1 forward. And we'll see if that extra distance away helps to hit the hitbox a little more. You never know. I felt like it I felt like it was a little slower, but I could have been wrong. That was faster. 2.184. Was I on... I don't know if I was on the right pixel for that. I was kind of questioning whether or not being a pixel forward will get more of the spread shot. That one I was on the same pixel. I think it's supposed to be... There we go. There, I move forward there. There's the in. There's the out. 2.267. Okay. You know, if you're closer up, does it hit more? If you're back, does the spread just get... So unless I'm mistaken, being a little wider on the normal pixel, but 1 pixel forward is slightly quicker. I don't know. Not enough that it's... It adds up, I guess. This we did a later shot to try to match what I was doing on the other one. .25. So this tank's pretty consistent. But I'm not going to do all of them. There. 2.4. I don't even know what my numbers are anymore. What did I say? Being on the normal, but starting your shot late, or starting your shot when it makes the noise again, seems to be, or was it just the 1 pixel forward? I think it was just the 1 pixel forward. Yeah. Yeah, normal, but 1 pixel forward. That was it. Is it a video or for a wiki? It's going to be a full video, but I'll do it by stage. I've recorded it several times already. I think I did 3 recordings, and I'm like, I don't like this, and I started over again. So I just really need to make it. I feel like I rush my voice as I'm trying to explain everything, and I feel like, oh, I'm running through the game, but the game is kind of in a way quick at times as I'm trying to explain everything, and I'm already to the next point, so I'm trying to talk quick before I get to the next point, and then I like pause, and I don't know. I haven't figured out how I want to make the tutorial yet. All right, this tank doesn't matter. I think honestly it's pretty close. Being on the normal pixel but 1 pixel forward seems to be, you know, quote unquote the best method from this quick testing, but all right, so let me want tank 1. I just got to write this down somewhere. Normal setup, but 1 pixel forward. Tank 3. What did I say for tank 3? Was split the pixels on your toe. Split pixels on toe. Now, second. Saving 0.3 isn't much, but 0.3 seconds times 3 tanks. Yeah. I mean, you're not going to save a lot on the first tank. If you do a good run on the first tank, you're going to save. I guess it's possible to save an eighth of a second. So let's just say a tenth of a second, 0.1 seconds, on a good one. Yeah, 0.1. And then the third tank you could save 0.4. So that's already a half a second right there on just 2 tanks. Now this third tank, this mid tank, is questionable. It's questionable. I have a lot of questions about where to stand on this second tank. We'll do a save there. I'm going to start recording. I guess we'll try my normal method, which is really inconsistent. I don't think that was it, but we'll do that a couple times. I feel like destroying one of them is probably quicker than trying to destroy both in the center. I think I usually wait a little bit. Alright, I did it 3 times. We'll see if those 3 times are right. Now, I don't remember how I did in the world record or whatever. So, I have a new pixel I stand on, and I just want to see how fast this pixel is, if I can get it to work. Like, that felt quicker now. I feel like that pixel's the quickest even more than my other method. I'll do this a couple times. Maybe try to vary the timing I turn around a little bit. And now I think I'll do what I did before, maybe, or I forgot. I don't know. I think that's where I thought I was standing last time. That still seemed pretty fast, though. I think the shots matter. And one more with those, and then we'll time these. I'm getting a better pixel on this one. Alright. Sometimes, sometimes when I stand on this pixel I'm standing on now, is that the same pixel? That is the same pixel, isn't it? It's just 1 foot's... I'm just further ahead, so... Whether or not... I'm here, or here... Sometimes that happens. Is the same line. I don't remember what I did before. I thought I was doing something else, but maybe... I think I was standing with my back leg on the line. Like that before. This destroys one, like we had to talk about destroying one first. This is 1 pixel higher, basically. So it destroys that one like really quick, but then it doesn't destroy the other one as quick. I always thought this tank was interesting because if you can hit one of them almost right when it opens, it destroys it like instantly. But the other one will take time to take damage. Like it won't die as quick as the first one you hit directly. And I was like, why can't I shoot the other one and kill the other one just as quickly? Mid-tank. Alright. I feel like these all happen too quickly because usually when I'm just practicing, some of them don't go that well. Alright, so what did I do? My normal method. I call it my normal method, but it's not really. New pixel, I'll call it. And what was the other one? Back online. And we'll see which one's kind of more consistent here. When do we, I guess we, whenever it stops moving. Right there. I was really off on that one. That's 1.85. Okay. There's out. So that's 1.584. It's quicker than I was thinking it was. I feel like destroying one. There's a. That would seem quick. $1.43. Okay, so it's about a second and a half on that method. So this is on the other pixel. Or I should say line, because it's not really on a pixel. Just on a certain line. .167, so that's a lot quicker. .4. That's close to my time on the other one. So timing, and that's the slower one. I'll do this a couple times. Maybe try to vary the timing. I turn around a little bit. Okay. 1.2. It's not, none of these methods are consistent, but standing directly from the left and standing on that pixel and turning and shooting is quicker. I did more tests of that one just because I didn't realize it's basically the same line. So we'll continue we'll write a couple of these down. .13. So it has potential to be pretty quick. So now we're going to put the back foot on the line. When did I start that? That's still the front. Let's just get the numbers since we're here. I'm here, or here. This one seems a little slower. That was 1.5 that time. So you really have like 1.1 to 1.5. Like it's faster, but not as consistent. And by consistent, I mean not close to the same numbers every time. And now we're putting the back foot on, so we're 1 pixel above, like that before. I feel like this is slower, but you never know. 1.5. This time, that's 1.5. This one's more consistent, but slower. But I feel like we could, if we did well, we could gold in stage 2 and save almost a half a second. That one was 1.7. So standing with your either your back foot, I think I like the back foot on there usually, but it could be the front foot. Like I don't think it's very, it could be the front foot. So as long as you're on this, put your bottom of your foot on this line, and usually I wait till the top of this tank passes or hits this line here is when I turn and go on this one. And that's, all right, that should be a decent time. You know, theories. Well, there you go. That's what I wanted to test. Those 3 tanks. It's, so you're looking at 0.1 maybe, 0.4, so you got a half a second. And then maybe, depending what my run was, I don't know what the world record has in its timing, or you know what my other timings have. There is a possibility of anywhere from point. I mean, I have no idea because the new everything's sort of inconsistent. It could be on time or it could be a 0.4 save. So there is a possibility I'll get almost a second time save in stage 2 just from those first 3 tanks. And I think in my run or in my PB, it was a good boss fight, but there's still time to save in the boss fight. It's just weird. What did I spend? An hour on like messing with that? Just timing things out? That's crazy. I was kind of thinking about doing some Contra 3 runs. So, I don't know. Or should I do Operation C runs? That was bad. Is that where I stand? I was standing in the wrong place. I don't even remember where I stand anymore. There you go. Got it. 2 tries. All right. Now it's not going to work because I wasn't in the right position. Missed it. That was a quick one. Jeez. Three out of four. I gotta stop there. That's... I can't... 3 out of 4. I did want to time my PB and put the correct timing in, because I feel like that's off. It's just so much work. I know Archie gave it to me several times, and I never put them in. Because one of these is off. I want to get off of... Let's see... I kind of want to start a new one. I think I did, didn't I? I think this was a new one. I might have to save this VOD too, part of it just of my testing, so I can go back to it if I ever forget, because I know I'll forget. Just put it in my YouTube. Be like, it's there. I should be able to just do official times, so where is my... So, speed runs, Contra, Operation C, so we decided Hawaii would be... This was... That's the low percent. I'm gonna have to look it up on... It's very possible I didn't record that one locally. Boss fight. I think this was... Stage. I like enough away. The other way too. Jeez. That was the low percent. Maybe, I don't know. Suppose we just do a couple runs and see what happens for fun. I can adjust the time later. Settings. Do those. I haven't figured out the best method of stage 1 boss. That's how to time it. Because a lot of it's just by guessing. Stuff like that. I just kind of guess when to hit it. You paused or something? There it goes. think I don't have... There it goes. The Mechanical Koopa! What are you testing here? Testing where to stand and when to shoot for the tanks on stage 2. I think I found some time saves for myself. So I just gotta put them into... Kind of remember where I told myself to stand now. Yeah, I think it is possible to maybe save some time in stage 2. Yeah, I had to do that too. It's like I have to relearn everything. And my memory is horrible, so I will forget everything if I don't play a game consistently. I need to go back to Castlevania, and I'm like, I don't even know what I'm doing in Castlevania. I don't remember how to do the Dracula fight. I was never good at it. So, I have to practice that again. It's going to take several hours to do that practice. It's a crapshoot, yeah. That's what I was trying to study. Is kind of there is a lot of varying to it. It could be a 0.4 difference, you know. That's slow. I think it's when you start shooting. When you start shooting matters. Now, what did I say? I think I said a pixel forward. Normal method, but a pixel forward, right? So I used to stand here, but I'm going to stand there now. Not a big difference. Pretty consistent, that tank. This tank. Let's see if I can line it up correctly. Okay. It seemed like I was stuck on that for what? What? No! How'd that happen? I feel like I was on... on that conveyor forever. Well, our fire sprites... Sometimes it just doesn't work. I feel like there's either a frame rule due to overlapping fire sprites, or that make it deal more damage sometimes. You attack at an angle. Yeah, I tried that a couple times too. At least with Tank 3, I was messing with that, and it did seem more. It did seem like it could be faster, but it's not consistent. Let me put it up and I'll show you. And one of the things is, like, for any percent I use this controller, which is really bad at angling, but oh, you have it right there. Okay. Da, da, da. Oh, that's bad. I'm right over it. Okay, so let's see. Let's see what you did for stage 2 here. I might have watched this. I don't know. I might have seen this one. For which tank are you talking about? The second tank? Okay. Yeah, I was doing it at an angle too. There's something with it.
That was really good.
That's a good tank. Are you doing the third tank the same? Back and forth like that. The fire hits both of them at the same time. I think there's times that I'll shoot like a flame, and I wish I had kept a recording of it. It'll explode, and the explosion will do a late hit. Like it feels like the explosion is there for a while, and maybe it could take 2 hits from one explosion if there's like this what do you call it? iframes or whatever, that the first iframe hits right at the explosion, and then it has enough iframes that by the time it is vulnerable again, it still takes the damage while the explosion is at, or the flare is at its most widest point. It's like a subpixel or something. But I could never figure it out for tank 2, because that looked like the closest to what I was trying to figure out, because when I would attack it at an angle, and if I hit one of the turrets, top or bottom, directly first, when they open up, they would blow up almost instantly. And my question was whether or not you could hit both of them quick enough to have them both blow up almost when they open up. And that might have been what you did there, was actually angling down to hit the one when it spawned, and then angling up to hit the other one when it was still opening. And that kills them pretty quickly. And the middle thing usually dies pretty quick. Have a cooldown or something. Yeah, I don't know, but there's something with that second take. I feel like, I mean, it's already a quick kill. It's not horrible, but I feel like it could be quicker if you solve a puzzle, you know. And I think that I'll have to look at your run there a little bit more and try to see what happened, but you might have the key to the puzzle right there. I mean, let's slow this down. And I thought the second tank could be even better than I did. So you hit this one. See, like you were angling down and the explosion still hit the top one. It's only 30. But I do think that the tank dies quicker when you destroy one of them first. Tank 3 is like that to me. This one, it's hit or miss in a way. It's not as consistent as I think as tank 3 is when you destroy one of the turrets first before the other one, or one of them blows up first. So you angle at that one. The explosion's still happening there. Oh, that's interesting. Let me get rid of this ad. Stupid ad. It's interesting that the top one opens first. So your top one is opening first before this one opens, which makes me wonder if that one becomes vulnerable first. So maybe you do want to hit that one first. And I think it's still getting hit secondary shots up there. Now I want to try some things out. Now I got to record. I'm going to have to test. Another test. You know, on YouTube, you can advance frame by frame. I did not know that. I saw people do. I saw people. Well, I always wondered because the mods would time my stuff on YouTube. I'm like, there's got to be a way to test it frame by frame. But yeah. But whether or not the damage, God, how deep do we want to dive in this one? Let's dive deep into this one, okay? So let's close this. Let's find BizHawk here. Where is it? Where did I put it? I think it's in the ROMs. ROMs, BizHawk. Let's. So here we'll go. Not Game Boy. Game full. Let's make this a little bigger here. All right, it's in here. Display. I don't remember. I can do this though. Okay, we'll make this a little bigger. Then we'll go Tools. We'll open up RAM Watch. I remember which ones it is now. So Tank 2, let's see if it's on here. Stage 2. So tank left, right, that's that one. Vertical tank. So we got to watch address 207. Address 507. And I think bottom 307. So that should be in the order of top, center, bottom. Okay. Do I have a save? Save states. Load 2? Load is what? I guess I don't have any save states. I'll have to make some. Let's try. So that's there. Yep. How do we reset? Control R. There we go. Okay, so I guess I got to get over there and make a save, and we'll try it. Oh, let me move the RAM watch where you guys can see it. There we go, a little bit, and we will. Where is it? Here, let's move this down here. somewhat better. It's not perfect, but we'll leave it like that. Okay, let's get over there. I didn't think I would be studying Operation C all night tonight, but apparently are. And just level 2. Just stage 2, that's it. What is it, shift and the thing to save it? Shift F2. Oh no! There is an F right there, so I guess we'll get an F there. Make more saves, yeah. I kind of want to do that for any percent and low percent. We'll have to use an F at the, Ba-da-da, 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 ba-da-da. I don't remember where I stood for this anymore. Let's give some distance. Alright, so shift F2. Okay, so we'll try it the normal method. I'm going to record it just so we can kind of take a look at it. We'll try the normal method here, and then we'll try a couple of the other methods. There's that. So now where was it that you were standing? I was too slow. That seemed decent. Oop. My shot didn't go wide. You want to place the first shot on the top turret and then bang left and right on both. Yeah. I did the one frame setup for the first tank on low percent. There you go. Did you watch the ram? Did you see what happened? We'll probably have to review that one. I think that's got to be quick. I think that's got to be quick. I think you're right. I mean, from the way you did it, that I think the top one might become vulnerable first. Let's review that now. Let me put this back to normal here. Reset, fit. How do I fit to screen? There's fit to screen. I think what's happening is you're hitting both at the same time, and it's taking them both out at once. I got it here too, because I was thinking about this, and maybe this is better here than it was on the third tank. Because in the third tank, I was talking about it where I think when you're shooting directly down, you're only hitting with the explosions, right? So you're missing damage with the main shot hitting it. And I think it's the same thing here, where the center would take the damage, but then it's only the explosions hitting the side, so it takes longer for them to explode. So on angling back and forth, you're hitting it once with the main shot and a second time with the explosion secondary shot. So I think you have a better chance of doing damage to it by hitting main shots that way. And I was trying it with a third tank. I didn't try it with this one. But I think it works better with this one. I think it works better with this one than... So, we'll take a look at the normal method here first. So we got the RAM watch up there. I don't know if I should time this as well just to see. I'm going to do my normal timing method just to see if the time is of this. So as we're moving forward, I already did 1 damage to him. So I already did 1 damage to the top one first before it even opened. Right after it stops, we do 1 damage to the top, then 1 damage to the center, to the bottom. And it stays that way till now this starts to open. I'm shooting a lot. And now when it's halfway open, we did another point of damage. Same with the bottom is still, the bottom is still not vulnerable, and we already down to 4. The top. Now we did, when it got to the center, it takes a damage. I feel like this method over standard kill by shooting it just stationary. The center saves like at least 1.4 seconds doing it this other method. I don't think it's 1.4. Where's my notes? Where did I put my notes? So mid-tank. So standing on this pixel that I'm doing varies from a 1.167, or my fastest time was a 1.133 kill on it. Longest was a 1.517, so it's not consistent. And this is why I think when you start shooting matters. I timed it once using a task editor, and it was like 1.4, I think, is the fastest doing it this way. Is the fastest doing it this way you're testing. I'm not sure if you're doing the same start and end time as I was or not. It's possible. I think when you start shooting matters. So that has to be taken into consideration, and that is very inconsistent. So I think you're going to lose 0.1 to 0.3 seconds based on, it really should be like 0.1 to 0.2 seconds on if you miss the timing of your shot of when to start shooting. But right now with this, let's keep going here. So now, the middle one, like here's the thing to me though, is like the center never takes damage and it just explodes. Like it has a value of 0, and by the time it becomes vulnerable, it's dead. So like shooting it directly, that's an incredible amount of damage to do directly when you're pointed at it, compared to just letting it. So it never shows a value of 7 in its vulnerability. It's destroyed before it even becomes vulnerable. And that's where, yeah. It actually starts exploding before it is completely destroyed, but one frame. But I was timing it there, so I'm going to time it there. So that's 1.18. That's actually a decent kill on that one. So 1.184. But I still feel the way you did it was better. Fire expands and strikes the center. Yeah. And I think that's the other thing. You're shooting directly at the turrets and taking them out quicker, but the center is automatically getting damaged too. My first time trying was not ideal, but we'll still time it and see. So that's where I'm doing my timing. So we're already, like, look how much damage we're doing to this first turret. It's not even open yet. We've already done 3 damage to it. So it's vulnerable before it's vulnerable. There is a moment of vulnerability, like right when the tank stops. For, like, right there, it's stopping and we're doing damage to it. And then once that gets half open, we start damaging it again. To where a point now it's like it's down to 1 hit point. And I think this is I think this is why the one time I was angling and trying to do something where I shot down, like I think I did this in reverse a little bit. I was trying to shoot the bottom one, destroy it, and then I would angle to the mid and up. Like I did a downward, I angled down to hit the bottom one and then did mid up to try to get the other one in a way. And I felt like it was quicker, but I don't think it was, I think I only got close to this, but I don't know if I ever got this quick. Excuse me. Because that one started blowing up, and I should technically be able to turn and shoot down quicker. Because let's see, by the time, like if I turn, let's say I waited till this was a little further. So okay, I'm looking where I'm starting to shoot now. Yep, so that first shot should be hitting when this thing becomes vulnerable. Yep. And when I get to here, I don't even have to get to there. So if I turn, start walking right about there, I should be able to turn downwards and start attacking the one below, because this one's going to explode. So I think there's like this was the slow method. So yeah, this was the slow one. That's why. And it was 1.8. That I feel like that should be quicker. It was slow because I didn't turn at the right time, but that one was 1.8. I was too slow. So let's try it again. That's the right one, right? Yep. Right there. See if it does the same thing. I'm walking forward. I already done 4 damage to it. I think I could have hit this one earlier to the point where I could have destroyed that one quicker. So now I'm going down, and by the time I destroyed that one, the top one is already down. But it's not taking damage from any of these explosions yet. So for some reason, it's not till here when the other one exploded. Can you not destroy the last turret till the center is destroyed? It's 1.4. Still haven't beat the other time, though. That seemed decent. Both need to be destroyed before the center. No, because you can destroy the center one before you destroy any of the turrets. Just when you do this, the mid thing, usually you destroy the center one first. See, this time I'm hitting this one early, so I think I know when I need to turn. This one I messed up. Oop. I forgot to even do my input here. We're still going to time it just to see if a mess up is still quick. Oop. This is still a 1.8. So if you mess it up, yeah, it's I don't know. I kind of want to go wide. Keep this video somewhere so I can always refer back to it. Shot on the top turret and then bang left and right on both. So I might pull this off Twitch and upload it to YouTube just for prosperity, but. Yep, so we're already doing damage. I think you have to destroy that center. No, that time that top one destroyed, but the center... Oh, the center's blowing up at the same time. Under a second. That was... Under a second, 0.933. Oh, no, there's the center. I was mistaken. 0.183. 1.183. So that is quick there. There you go. Did you watch the RAM? But I think if I turn around at the right time, that should be. Maybe I could turn just a hair quicker, but. So that was getting destroyed. That should be it. 1.067. So that is closest to the 1 second mark. I think that's got to be quick. I think that's got to be quick. I think you're right. I think that's it. We could try to do some more timing with it. Now I don't know how this compares, being BizHawk compared to BGB. We can go back to BBG and time a couple there and see if it makes a difference. But I like seeing the RAM watch right now. But maybe if I start turning earlier, and I forget which pixel I was standing on. That was bad. How does this feel? What if I just stand center? and go up and back and forth. I gotta be a little higher. Like, trying to hit him when they're vulnerable first. I don't know if that feels at all fast. I don't know if that feels at all fast. What did I do before? I went for the bottom one first. So I think my timing might be an issue. I'm too high now. So I think that's what I did on my runs. I was trying to do, where you angle down. And then go back up to the other one. By angle. Shot wrong on that one. So like you destroy the bottom and center pretty quickly. I didn't quite get that one quick enough. And so I gotta go down a little bit longer. Alright, now we'll go back to the other method and see. Where was I standing? I think I gotta be a little farther away. Or... no. So I got that one real quick, but I think maybe I could turn... I feel like that bottom was just not... You want to hit them both right when it becomes vulnerable. That's really tricky. I gotta go back and look at it. Oops. Now you have to look, yeah. That was close. I think that was... I messed up. Take a snapshot. Yeah, that'll help. I think the turnaround is what's important. think the turnaround is what is important, and when you're hitting things. There. I think that was the quickest kill we're gonna see. Whisper it to me. Cool. So I think what I'm doing is turning down, up. That was really slow. I hit too early. Let me see what you got. Oops. There, let's see. Okay, so you have it. Okay, so you're a little, slightly lower than I am. Because I was lining up my gun kind of with this line. So you are somewhere about there. Your back foot is on the other line. Not that I think that makes a huge difference, but... Close. That was a little... See, I think you want a little distance, but... You might have to time yours just to see. And jog it frame by frame. We can try that. We'll record it just to try to get a timing out of it.
That was really good.
Let's see. I put it right underneath my... Nice. Way to go, Dan. Can't even see it. Let me rename my stuff here so I don't delete my other file that I have all the other recordings on. Oops, I don't know if that... So this is OC stage 2 take 2 kills. Okay, now move this over here. I didn't even see you down there.
That was really good.
Okay. All right. Open that one. I don't know what I was saying. It works really well for timing. It's a lot better than me jumping in Premiere and trying to do stuff like that. And I'm going to write down your time on your thing as well here. Just so I can maybe... So you got 3:06, 6:30 or whatever. Froze on me or something. What's going on? Something wrong with my... So there's that. I don't know if that can be right, but maybe it could be. It says it's 0.383, like under a second. But your time says 3.0775. So it's about a second. I think from 30 to 60 frames, it's playing back quicker probably. Is Twitch playing audio in the background? So according to that kill, it's about 1.120. So it does have a possibility to be quick. And the quickest time I got on it was a 1.067. Take a look at some of those other ones. There's one of them that I said it was really quick. I want to find that one and time it. I didn't quite get that one quick enough. And I think it was when I was lower. So I got that one real quick, but I think maybe I could turn right when it becomes vulnerable. I think there's a more room for error. That I think it's exploding there, but I'm not sure. No. That one says it's 0.9. That was a 0.9. 0.933. That's really tricky. I gotta go back and look at it. So we might go back to 0.9. Oops. Let's go back to that and just watch the RAM watch here. I gotta go back and look at it. Oh, that's this is the one. So we already took them down before they even open. Yeah, the bottom's down to 3. See, I shot forward. I didn't get any damage on the top one for some reason. I did 1 damage to it. So I was shooting a little early. But then I evened it out. Huh. So here's an interesting thought. Or at least for me, I don't know. But when the tank becomes vulnerable, the moment it becomes vulnerable, which is just about right about there. So you're basically, in a way, shooting down at the bottom one, because that one becomes vulnerable later. There's this back and forth pattern going on. So both of them will become vulnerable when it stops or gets close to stop, right about here. So they're both vulnerable, and they're both going to take damage. But you want to shoot at the bottom one first, I think, here's my theory, because you want to do more damage to this one now, then turn to do damage to the top one when it opens halfway, because that's when it's vulnerable again, and shoot that, and then turn back to the bottom one when it's vulnerable, when it hits that halfway point, because now that one's vulnerable. So you're hitting them on the vulnerabilities that they have when movement happens. And then they're both down to 2. And I think they're just going to blow up because of just anything right now. But they're just from the explosions and stuff going on. Everything's going to... But there's a delay in when it's vulnerable. And it's not at the same time. The only time they're both vulnerable at the same time is when the tank stops, and then and when that happens, I think you want to hit the bottom one, because then the top one's going to become vulnerable first when the shielding on it gets halfway. Then the bottom one's going to get vulnerable when its shielding gets halfway, and then the top one gets vulnerable when the shield opens, and the same thing with the bottom. But there's so many frames that they're not vulnerable. So right now they're vulnerable, and now they're not. So you're looking at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Wait, let me just look at the bottom one here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. 15 frames that it's not vulnerable. So every quarter second, things are happening. That's why you think the frame rule is going to come into play here. But I think this is kind of the ideal kill you want to go for. You're trying to hit that top one and just have an explosion happen up there to maybe get 1 hit point on it. But then you want to turn, excuse me, and shoot the bottom one when the tank stops to do damage to it. And now it's down to 3. Top one's down to 6. Top one's going to start becoming vulnerable, and you're going to take that one down to 4 or so, and then you turn back down for the bottom one. It becomes... It's interesting that top one opened all the way up first before the bottom one. So this top one's still taking some damage too. There's something with the timing here. I just got to figure it out. But this one is in less than a second. You know, the tank is destroyed in less than a second, and that time, yeah, the bottom and the middle got destroyed, and then the top got destroyed. Yeah, I think there's possibly something there. But how much time do I want to put into a tenth of a second? Depends. So shooting up, shooting down, shooting. And you could probably go back and forth, but but that was the quickest method so far. It's just not very consistent. If you're off, it could lead to a time loss by maybe 0.1 to 0.5 seconds. It seems like 1.8 was the longest. So yeah, it could, I mean, it still could be a significant time loss if done wrong. I don't know. Yeah, I think that's. I might try this in runs. I might just keep doing this in runs just to try to get some golds. Yeah. But it's 12:30, and I probably won't be doing that tonight. But yeah, there. I think you're right, and I kept looking at that, wondering why they would explode so quickly if you hit it early, and this is the reason. They're vulnerable for a certain amount of time when the tank stops and when the doors are opening, and I assume that vulnerability is I don't know if the vulnerability stays that way, where it's every 15 frames. There's an iframe of 15 frames or something. I don't know. I feel like your stage 2 would be an easy gold for sure. If I put everything together, I should get a gold. With this, if I can get the 0.9 or even like a 0.1, that should save a half a second. It's at least a second time save, if not more. For years later. I don't know. It's I don't know why it's so fascinating to me to do this. And I guess it's because this game has room for improvement, and I don't feel like, if I tried to do Ninja Gaiden or something like that, I feel like there's nothing I could really improve on that, and I like being part of the improving of a game, analyzing things and thinking about it. But yeah, I don't know. Is anyone streaming? Let's give a rate if someone is. I don't know. Who's online here? What do we got? Anyone speed running anything? I think for the fun of it, we're gonna raid Anti-Aaron. So thanks for testing it out. I was interested in see for sure. Yeah, I appreciate it. I'm glad you stopped in for this one. I'm glad you stopped in for this one. It was a lot of fun. I was having fun testing things out. Yeah, I didn't think I'd be spending this much time on it, but I don't have to think about if there's anything I want to do for other stages, testing things for other stages. I know that you can kill the center mid boss in stage 3 quicker with your pea shooter, and I don't know if I want to try to route it where I die right before him to kill him with the pea shooter and then try to pick up the F on the way up, which is possible, but it's not saving too much time. Definitely opens more times. Yeah, definitely opens the door for someone to take the world record from me. That's for sure. Or, for me to try to take it back. We'll see. But yeah, we're going to raid Anti-Aaron. It's playing Yoku's Island Express, which I think is a pinball game. And we'll see what he's doing. I'm kind of curious what's up with this game. But I appreciate it. I appreciate everyone stopping in and listening to me talk about time. Time saves. But we'll see you next time. Take care.